Ni hao, dudes! So welcome to Hoisin Vegan Duck. So this is simple. We're gonna make a Chinese pancake. We're gonna make a vegan Hoisin duck. We're gonna make a beautiful pancake. This is very tasty, quick. Gonna take 15 minutes, and it is quite a fancy.
And you
dinner.
are wondering, what are we gonna use for the duck? Dun dun dun.
We're gonna use a fruit called Jack. Very
AKA
tasty.
Jackfruit.
Yeah, really tasty, simple. You get them in a tin. You get them from Asian supermarkets, and even lots of supermarkets are starting to stock them now.
But Hoisin sauce is a really delicious, tasty sauce that originates in China. Okay, first step, we're gonna start by making our pancake.
In a blender or food processor or a large bowl with a whisk, add
150 grams of white flour of choice. If you are gluten-free, use gluten-free flour instead.
Okay, next step, we have some ground flaxseed.
Two tablespoons.
This is the binding agent.
Yeah. We are going in with 300 ml of water. Use whatever type of water you like.
And we're gonna put in a teaspoon of sesame oil just to add a little bit of je ne sais quoi. Lid on our fancy Blendtec blender. Okay, blend it up until it's nice and smooth and homogeneous. We have a pan that's on high heat. We're gonna add in some sesame oil. Typical sesame oil doesn't have a high temperature. This brand here, if you can get the Clear Spring one, is really good. So make sure your pan is nice and hot. We have our...
Not too hot. I like to cook pancakes at more medium heat.
Okay, so we're gonna go not for a really too big a pancake. Right.
Okay, so we've just done 2 pancakes. I'd say the batter will do you 4 to 5 pancakes. I'd say more like 5 pancakes.
You'd be surprised how tasty these are with such simple ingredients.
They're delish. Okay, so now we're gonna make our Hoisin sauce. So this is a really, really tasty sauce. So we're gonna start off with 2 tablespoons or 3 tablespoons of tamari. We're making sure... Tahini.
Tahini, okay.
Sorry, tahini, yeah. We've used a white tahini rather than a wholemeal brown, full whole tahini. For the purpose of this, it just works better.
Yeah.
We're gonna make 2 tablespoons of tamari. Use soya sauce if you don't have any tamari.
But we prefer tamari.
We've got 5 tablespoons of water.
Ooh.
Nice. We've got 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar.
So if you don't have rice wine vinegar, you could use any vinegar of choice or even lemon juice.
3 tablespoons of coconut sugar,
Go.
or sugar of choice. Any kind of granulated sugar will work perfect.
But granulated is better just for the texture.
We've got 1 tablespoon of miso, so any type of miso.
Ooh, that's a nice generous portion of miso. Ooh, I love miso.
And finalement, we have 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice, and we've got half a teaspoon of chili. And we're just using a medium chili powder.
Worth making your own Hoisin sauce. Very simple to make. Just the hardest part is just getting all the ingredients.
And I'm just gonna go with a tiny little half a teaspoon of sesame oil just to... Okay, do you mind pouring out a quarter of the sauce in there, please?
Quarter of it, okay. So pour a quarter of our Hoisin sauce just for afterwards.
Perfect. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we've got 1 tin of jackfruit. So this is the fruit that Jack made.
So we've drained the tin. Typically it's in a brine. We're gonna pour it out. And you see the way it comes in chunks like this?
It really does come, it looks kind of like dog food.
Yeah, it's an unripe jackfruit. Jackfruit typically will grow in tropical countries, not like Ireland.
Okay, so we just ran a knife through the jackfruit just to kind of make it nice and fine.
So a tin of jackfruit, a tin of jackfruit is 400 grams, drained weight is 225.
So we're just
Clear
gonna,
Spring make a lovely organic one.
So we're gonna add it in here and mix it through our marinade or Hoisin sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a tablespoon of oil. Oil's just gonna help raise the temperature so we'll get better caramelization and more char and more flavor. We'll pop it up onto a medium to high heat, and we're gonna add our Jackfruit.
So it's important when you're frying down your jackfruit, your Hoisin jackfruit, just to leave it for a minute or two until it really develops a char and a slight crust, and the caramelized sugar tends to contract.
But that's a bit like when you're cooking any kind of vegetables. You want it to sit for probably a minute or two before you stir it, because otherwise you won't get charring. Okay, literally I've just turned off my jackfruit and you can see the charring. It's just beautiful. See that? For gorgeous. Like, it really does kind of char up where it's really crispy and delicious.
So charring does deliver some sweetness, but also delivers a huge amount of acidity too, but it's just more complex flavors that wouldn't otherwise be there.
So we've got kind of the protein and the kind of the core element of the dish being the Hoisin duck.
Flavor bomb. Flavor bomb. Next step, we're gonna add some juiciness and some vitality. So we've got our carbohydrate as our pancake. Our Hoisin jackfruit is our flavor bomb, and now we're gonna add some juiciness. So we're gonna use some scallions, also known as spring onions, cucumber, and some chili. So onto our pancake, we have our little extra bit of hoisin sauce. I'm just going to spread it on our pancake. That's going to add a nice bit of moisture and extra flavour.
I'm going to go with a small little serving of our hoisin jackfruit
Flavour
duck.
bomb. A few little julienne cucumbers, a little bit of scallion, some chilli to serve.
Woof. And there it is, beautiful hoisin duck, vegan, jackfruit, delicious pancakes.
Get in.
Yeah, here we go. So literally this is how I eat them. I'll just go dunk. You could put a little toothpick in it there. But there you have it. Thanks for being part of this channel, we really appreciate it. Gonna go first?
Yeah.
There's brotherly love. There he goes.
Fabulous. You got soft, gooey, juicy, crispy, crunchy,
John's already
flavorless,
mouthful.
delicious. Anyway, that's an incredibly tasty dish. Like you're getting this really soft, starchy carbohydrate. You're getting banging flavour. You're getting this kind of crispy, chewy jackfruit.
Works really good as an elegant lunch or kind of a very delicious kind of dinner. Simple, delicious dinner. You could serve it with rice or whatnot, but beautiful dish. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this community, and do share this with anyone you think would be interested. Cheers.